It's just an ordinary day. You're walking down a normal street, people all around, not a care in the world, and you have no idea that everything is about to end. Then it happens. Screams, panic, people running as the first infected appear in the distance, and the world you knew collapses in a matter of minutes. So you run. You run for your life down streets full of chaos, shadowy figures shambling after you, your heart pounding out of your chest. You hide behind an overturned car, gasping, trying to understand a world that just fell apart. And that first night, you huddle alone in a dark room, barricading the door, more afraid and more alone than you've ever been. But fear doesn't keep you alive, action does. You creep through an abandoned store, scavenging whatever food and water you can find. You improvise a weapon because you know now that you'll have to fight. And when one of them lunges at you, you swing, and you fight for your life for the very first time, and you survive. You stand there, breathing hard, and something in you hardens. You're not the same person who woke up that morning. You get better. You learn to move quietly through the ruins, to stay out of sight. You learn to spot the hordes from a distance and slip away before they ever see you. And then, in all that emptiness, you find something you thought was gone. Another survivor. Wary at first, you decide to trust each other. And suddenly you're not alone anymore. You scavenge together. You fight back to back. And when you find an abandoned building, the two of you board up the windows and turn it into a real shelter. A safe place in a broken world. For the first time in a long time, you rest by a fire and you breathe. Then more survivors find you, scared and desperate, and you take them in. You teach them how to defend themselves, how to fight, and without even meaning to, you become their leader. You give the orders now. You lead supply runs through dangerous streets. You help them build a real fortified base, with walls and a garden, a true home rising out of the ruins. But this world doesn't let you rest for long. A massive horde appears on the horizon, and you rally your people to defend the walls through the night, everyone fighting together, until dawn breaks and you realize you did it. You held. You survived, together. The dangers aren't only the infected, though. Hostile raiders come for your base, and you outsmart them and drive them off, protecting your people. And when the dust settles, you look around at the thriving community you built. A family forged in the middle of the apocalypse. But leadership has a weight. Some nights you stand alone on the wall, carrying the lives of everyone below you on your shoulders. And then, one day, a crackle on the radio, a broadcast about a safe haven, a real sanctuary out there somewhere. For the first time, you feel something you almost forgot. Real hope. So you make the hardest call of all. You lead your whole group out of the base and onto the road, toward that distant promise. You guide them through dangerous territory, protecting them every step. You carry the ones who can't go on. And when the journey breaks their spirit and hope feels lost, you rally them, and you keep them moving. And then you crest a hill and you see it. A real sanctuary. Walls, green fields, people living safely, actually living. You lead your group through the gates, and they're welcomed in, and after everything you've been through, you're finally safe. Your people settle in, safe at last, and you finally let yourself believe it's over. You stand on that wall and watch the sunset, thinking back to that first terrifying day when you ran with nothing but fear. From an ordinary person who had never faced anything, to the leader who carried a whole group to safety. You survived the end of the world, and you learned that surviving was never just about staying alive. It was about the people you chose to protect along the way. If this one pulled you in, do me a favor, hit that like, and tell me down in the comments what you thought. And if there's a life you want to see next, drop it below. The next one might just be the one you pick. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.